Anette Weyergang, and I'm a senior scientist at the Oslo University Hospital and also CEO and co-founder of RAB Diagnostics. We are working with a special type of cancer drugs called antibody-drug conjugates. And I don't know if you are familiar with these kind of drugs, but this is a way of doing targeted chemotherapy. And it's really at the forefront of cancer treatment with big pharma heavily involved. However, the problem is that even though these drugs are highly efficient, they do not work in all patients. And often the response rate is less than 50%. And this is a huge problem. So in my research group, I've been working for 25 years with intracellular delivery of cancer drugs. And what we found was that we found a new way to find the right patient for this kind of drug. And so RAB Diagnostics is based on this research in order to have this research to the benefit of patients. So antibody-drug conjugates, what are they? Currently, we have 12 drugs on the market, but there are actually more than 2,000 different compounds at preclinical development with a commercial intent. And so what is current practice to find the right patient for this kind of drugs is to look on whether the cancer cells within the patients has the surface marker to which the drug binds. However, this does not take into account that these drugs, they need to get into the cell in order to work. And so our technology tells if this is going to happen. And this is a huge benefit, not only to the patients that can be spared from unnecessary treatment and can also be given, effective treatment at an earlier stage in their disease. But this is also very important for the clinicians and for the hospitals, as they can provide better treatment and also take use of their limited resources in a much more efficient manner. So our technology is in line with current diagnostic practice. So we have a lot of data, and we have also a lot of clinical data. And here you can see the results from one of the clinical cohorts that we have used. This is breast cancer patients. The cohort is quite small. It's only 19 patients. But what we found was that these patients are then treated with an antibody-drug conjugate called Kadcyla that is targeting HER2. And in the total treatment population, we had a response rate of 40%. However, when we divided these patients into the biomarker low and biomarker high group, we saw that actually in the biomarker low group, there were no responders. While if we only look at the biomarker high group, we had a response rate of 90%. And this is quite substantial. And these results were actually reproduced in 2 verification cohorts that were totally independent from this one of them in collaboration with Karolinska Institutet, and the other one in collaboration with UCSF. So this is published. But in addition to this, we have a lot of preclinical data showing that this is not valid for HER2-positive breast cancer and Kadcyla, which is only one antibody-drug conjugate. But we also see that this is applicable to ADCs with different targets, different payloads, and also different linkers within several different indications. So we do believe that we now have a universal biomarker for ADCs that can be used for them all. So RAB Diagnostics, we offer research and guidance for pharma companies at all stages in their ADC drug development programs, going from very early preclinical phase, where we can help them identify and give information on detailed intracellular action and transport of their ADCs, but also help them identify possible biomarkers for their drugs. But also in the clinical stage, where we can help them understand their response rate and also start the early development of a diagnostic tool in addition to saving costs. And in addition, we also will provide help for the commercialization of the drugs, as with our technology, actually it can be easier to get the drug approved having a diagnostic and also then better response rates, in addition to a competitive advantage in this highly crowded space. So in addition to me, who has a strong track record in cancer research, our team also consists of Audun Tornes, who has more than 25 years experience in bringing a startup company to the stage of clinical phase 2. And he is now in RAB Diagnostics, the CEO. And we also have Hans Christian Pedersen, who's also attending this conference. And he has 20 years experience, including experience in diagnostics and companion diagnostics at Agilent, and also a lot of business development on his track record. So he's now in the company acting both at the CTO and heading business development. So RAB Diagnostics was founded by me together with Olav Engebråten, who is a senior oncologist at Oslo University Hospital, and Christian Berg, who also has been involved in 2 companies that are currently on the Norwegian stock market. So I believe that the take-home message from this is that we here have a company that is based on rock-solid science, and we also have the team to bring this forward, so that we can reach our vision, and that is to provide new technological gold standards to match the right patient to the right drug. So thank you for listening. I'll be happy to take questions.